to Humboldt State in 2000 to play basketball there. I remember talking to Kinder, and first thing he told me was, we're bringing in a lot of underclassmen. We're gonna try to do something different here, so it's gonna be a fresh start. You're gonna have a team that you're gonna be able to essentially grow with. And that's exactly how it went. I think that, of my basketball career, that time and that team was special because, we all came in at 18 years old, or between, 18 and 20 years old, and we actually grew with each other, and that chemistry that was built, on and off the court, we were able to sustain. So that was a standout for me for those two teams.
This is John Tar Coleman. I played on the 2000 to the 2003 HSU men's basketball team at Humboldt State University. And my experience at Humboldt was phenomenal. I had a great group of players, guys who I can call my brothers for the rest of my life, who every day we grind together. We worked hard together. We pushed each other every day to get better, and we pushed each other good enough to be number one in the nation. My senior year, I think, we was number one in the nation preseason or regular season going into conference. I think we was 71. So that was a great accomplishment, having that number one spot in D2 in America, because everybody could understand and knew that, Humboldt State men's basketball was here to play. And we showed people that we was a team to be reckoned with. And I'm glad I was a part of those squads, because it really showed me how to play the game of basketball and how to win. We was a winning program during those times, and we made 3 out of the 4 when I was there postseason to the NCAA tournament. So it was an experience that I would cherish for the rest of my life, and with my brothers up at ASU during those times. I like to say, for those who future ball players who want to go up to Humboldt and play, it's a great school to play. It's a great atmosphere for you to learn also. So, take the opportunity, try it out. I had a great experience. I just say nothing but the best. Go Jacks.
Those guys put down the foundation of what Humboldt State is today. And they put in the work, hard work, and I respect those guys a lot for doing that. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so Jeremiah Wood, for as good as he was a basketball player, I appreciated and enjoyed him off the court just as much. He was always such a happy person. And even when he came in as a freshman, he was always laughing and smiling and just goofing around, and just wanted to enjoy himself, wanted the people around him to be laughing and enjoying themselves. He's a great person. I think probably some of that has to do with his spiritual upbringing. He's always just trying to be a light in other people's eyes. So as a person, just great guy. I consider him, a brother to this day. And one of the beautiful things when you play sports, especially as you get into college and you kind of have all these people from different backgrounds, from different areas coming together to form a team, the beauty of that is you start to develop relationships. And we were very lucky at Humboldt to have just a great group of guys for all 4 years when I was there, and Jeremiah was there my senior year, where we all had different personalities and different perspectives on life, but none of us had huge egos. And so what that does is it allows you to really develop relationships and keep them with you throughout life. And Jeremiah is one of those ones, even though I was only with him for 1 year, from that moment on, he's been considered a great friend of mine. He's a brother to me. And that's all credit to him for being just a wonderful human being and being someone that you always wanted around you and keep in contact with. And so I always enjoy checking in on him, make sure he's good. But yeah, he's a great person that has a great light about him and just wants happiness for everyone around him.
Mark White really helped me develop as a freshman and a basketball player on and off the court. And I only had 1 year with him, and I hope that I had more, but it didn't work out that way. So he helped me to develop. So the next couple years, I will be ready for anything.
High expectations. How are you preparing your team for this year?
Well, we're used to it. Seems like every year. I heard you talking to Jody earlier about expectations and how difficult it is to get back. I think the only simple way is to embrace it.
Right.
You know, stare it right in the face and say, "Okay, bring it on." Because quite honestly, everybody's expectations are very similar to ours. Some of them are quite pale when you compare to what we expect of our teams. You know, we're a little thin at spots, so we're an injury away from that not happening.
Right.
But that's with every team in America. That bullseye on our back is painted red, and everybody's going to be shooting at it, but that's the way it's been for the last 8 or 9 years.
Well, how proud are you of what you've built here in the last 8 or 9 years? I went from a point, wow, this is great, let's embrace it till it lasts, to even last year, people were, you know, before the first game, hey, this should be fun. You know, coach will win the team, they're not going to be very good, we're going to embrace it. And then after seeing you guys play about 3 games, it's like, okay, regionals are bust. You know, everyone was in. That didn't last too long.
Yeah, it's from a coaching standpoint, I'm very proud of that. You know, and our players have they got the feeling that we should win, which is a great feeling. We've been able to continually to attract the kind of recruits and players that they can handle that kind of pressure. They played in big games in high school. They were on winning teams in high school and junior college. So, you know, it just kind of fits into the whole culture of what our basketball program has become.
Coach Wood, what can I say? The man was a great coach. He was really a hard-nosed coach that he wanted you to go out there and be tough no matter what. You can, you know, come down, get your nose broken, bleeding and stuff, and he'll tell you, get up and go. He didn't care about all that. He called it soft stuff. And he also said, you know, we don't have time to go get your mother's milk. So he taught me to be tough no matter what in any situation. He wanted us to respect the game and always play for, you know, the name in front of your shirt and play for the fans because they came out to see us play and to do a good job and to leave everything out there on the floor. And if you didn't leave everything out on the floor, he would notice it for sure. The season coming up was a big season, and he really got us ready for it. When the season came, we were ready, and the fans came in and supported, and Coach Wood had us ready.
And a wonderful crowd, and reach their asses off.
We went into the season beating 2 Division I teams, and one of those teams went to the Final Four. So we were ready. The guys had fire in their eyes every game, and when it was time to go, we went, and it was no games.
The 2003 and 2004 teams. So I would say that, you know, being that a good core of us was there since 2000, 2003 and 2004, that was when we were, I would say, at the apex of our skills for collegiate sports, because we've been around each other so long. And, you know, I remember, you know, during summers, most of the team would stay up there for the entire summer just to, you know, keep playing and keep getting better. So those teams were special because, you know, we were able to keep building and keep improving. And, you know, the new talent that got brought in with Jeremiah, KJ, Keywan, and all them, Keith Spencer too. That just really helped us out as well, you know, because we went from, you know, a program that was, you know, brought in all these underclassmen to a legit, you know, really good team, you know, and just a good group of guys too, and that's the part that gets lost in. I think that's the part that's underestimated from a basketball standpoint, is the culture that you establish on the court and off the court, just with the team in general. I think that's what separates, you know, okay teams from good teams to great teams, just having that culture there. So yeah, that's my main takeaway.
So when I think back to that 2003-2004 team, what I remember the most is just the wonderful teammates that we had, the wonderful personalities. We had a very senior-laden team with some incoming, Jordan came in as a JC, and then we had a lot of freshmen that were coming in. And we were all able to blend really well. It was a team full of a lot of different personalities, but no one had a big ego. And so we were all able to kind of blend our personalities to create a pretty good team. We lost in the Final Four, which we had the talent to win it. We just didn't get it done. So looking back on it, that's probably my one regret, is that we couldn't, with that core talent that we had, ever get a national championship at Humboldt. But once you remove yourself from that, you just look back at the wonderful memories and the playing for Coach Wood. We all miss him, but just the wonderful teammates that we had. And it was a fun time. It was a fun time in all of our lives. We were able to kind of put Humboldt State on the map, and the fans were so passionate about us, and the East Gym was really rocking, and it was a wonderful time. I look back at my senior year and really my whole time at Humboldt with just all smiles, not only for success on the court, but really just the relationships that I was able to establish that kind of I still have to this day. And life's all about wonderful people and wonderful relationships. So I'm very fortunate to be part of that program and to have the awesome people like Jeremiah Ward still in my life.
I came off the bench behind Mark White my freshman year, and it was like being in a band and of rock stars, and every game was just like a playoff game. The crowd was into it. Every shot was like a last shot of the game. The crowd went crazy every game. They came and supported. It was talk of who's the new kids coming in, the freshmen, sophomores, JC transfers, and we had a good group of guys, man. And there was no hazing, none of that stuff. Everybody respected each other on the court and off the court, and I didn't see any attitudes toward anybody, any players. It was basically, we all stuck together. If anything, that it was the players, us first, and if we didn't agree with the coaching staff, whatever, it was just us. You know what I mean? But that team was awesome, man, and it was a lot of encouragement. It was like a family, and you felt the love every time you were in practice and on the court and everything like that. So when that happens in practice, when you're in the game, it's easy because these guys were just hitting from all cylinders. We didn't lose a game at home that year, and I think we only lost 2, maybe 3 that year. Just those guys were crazy because I'm on the bench, I'm looking at these guys, I'm like, wow, and I get stuck sometimes looking at them, and the coach called me. He got to call me 2 or 3 times because I'm like super into the game, watching these guys, and I go in, I do my thing, and I think we were like the generation coming to the new generation of players, different styles, and we just did our thing that year. Senior night was hard for me because, in the regular season, and then now it's playoffs. So I cried. I cried a little bit because those are some great guys, great seniors, man. They're super respectful, fun guys to be around. They became my brothers, my family. Those guys are super humble, no matter what was happening around them, no matter the fans and signing autographs. They always kept their heads straight, and we had a great season, man. And I don't think for right now it's not gonna be another team like that. Those seniors, they really respected the game and everything. And that year we finished top in our league. We won league, and we went to the Final Four. We lost, and we had the best record in school history. And those seniors were awesome, man. And I thank you guys.